And I recognize the gentleman from Vermont for 2 minutes.
I thank the gentleman for yielding, and I rise also as a former mayor, but as a former mayor who has a little bit of a different point of view than the previous former mayor. I am in strong support of this legislation. My only reservation is, in fact, that it does not go far enough. There are 6 states in this country which, in fact, right now are doing the right thing, and they have same-day registration. And they make the very radical statement that if you're an American citizen, you should have the right to vote in an election even if you don't register 2 weeks before the election date. That, my goodness, you should be able to walk into the polling booth, take your oath of office, and actually vote. Now, some people have talked about fraud. Let me tell you about fraud. It is a fraud that we have officials elected in the United States in elections in which 70 or 80% of the poor people in their districts don't vote. That's a fraud. It is a national disgrace that the United States of America has by far the lowest voter turnout of any industrialized nation on earth. My state borders in Canada. They have 70, 80% of their people coming out to vote. Some countries have 80 and 90%. We recently rejoiced that all of 55% of the people came out to vote in the recent presidential election. 55%, lowest voter turnout of any industrialized nation on earth. The truth of the matter is that what we're talking about today is more important than the health care crisis, more important than unemployment, more important than the other major problems we're facing. What we're talking about today is whether this country is really going to be a democracy, is really going to involve the people in the political process. And, Mr. Speaker, I would suggest that despite all the big talk about concerns, you know what the real concern is, my friends? You're getting nervous that maybe poor people and working people might participate in the political process, and they're going to take on the big money interests that elect many people here. I asked for another 30 seconds. Okay, thank you very much.
Gentleman, time has expired.